Hey everybody, welcome back to the other side. I wanted to do something today a little bit different because it's something that's really prevalent in my life right now, and it's something that I've been able to use for many years. Now, I deal with a lot of stress and anxiety. Years ago, I read a book by Carl Sagan, and I'll put the Kindle Amazon link in the description below. You may have heard this before, the lizard brain or the reptilian brain, and that's a pretty common thing, but you may not know what it means. Basically, the reptilian brain is what evolved first. When we were crawling out of the ocean or stumbling around the swamps or what have you, this is the brain that we had. Only this little red-orange section here. That's what we had. And that is based strictly on reaction to stimuli. And you have to remember, at that point in our evolution, literally everything was a life or death situation. So we reacted to everything as if it was a life or death situation. So any sound in the distance that we didn't expect, any kind of random stimuli, we would react to as if our lives depending on it, because it really did. So creatures based on this really react to stimuli directly. They don't have the ability like we do to use logic and to use our brains to really analyze that. But when you have a panic attack or when you have an anxiety attack, that is the reptilian brain kicking into overdrive. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because in my own life, I've had to deal with this so many times. There's, a knock at the door. There's a sudden loud noise that scares the hell out of you. There's a piece of mail that says, I'm going to take you to court. Whatever. The first thing that happens when we get those stimuluses is that we react. The reptilian brain says, shit, my life is over, I'm gonna die. Logically, you're not, you know you're gonna be fine. The reptilian brain kind of overrides that. That's our first response, that's our first reaction. So, what we have to do is to really think our way through things. I think that's a great example that I mentioned before. You get a piece of mail that says, you're late on this bill, and I'm taking you to court. There were certain thought processes that you have to go through. You have first deep breathing. That's really important when it comes to anxiety and stress. Go into your deep breathing, which is you breathe in for 10, you hold it for 10, and then you breathe out for 10. And you keep doing that. Once you get good at it, you can do it for 15, 20, maybe even 30 seconds. But doing that will slow things down. It'll slow down that oxygen to the brain, and it's going to help you relax. As far as the problem goes, you really have to ask yourself a few questions. Is this a really big deal? Okay, going to court, that's a pretty stressful thing. But is this really a big deal? People go to court every day. I mean, our courtrooms are packed with people. Generally, people don't fall over and die from the process. It is stressful, and there's a lot of unknowns. And that's the thing that gets us, is the unknowns. So, we have to think about it. The most important question is, what's the worst that can happen? Is this going to kill me? Am I going to be homeless? Okay, let's say, well, I could really be homeless. So you have to think your way through that. Okay, so I may have to live in my car. I may have to live in a shelter. I may have to stay at a friend's house. Or, the thing is, no matter how much that would suck or how much we don't want to think about those things, think through the process. Because you'll realize this is not optimal. These are not the things that I want to happen. But I can get through this. These things are not going to kill me. I will get through this. So that's very important to think through those. And as morbid as it might be, this is one of the first questions that I ask. Is this going to kill me? 99% of the time, no, it's not going to kill me. But you get rid of that thought right away. The lizard brain it's really a pain in the ass. It really is. But the more that you're aware of it, the more you're aware of your base responses to stress and anxiety, the more that you understand it. The more that you understand it, the more that you can deal with it directly. Think your way through it. Use your evolved brain, and you can't reduce the amount of stress that you go through, but you can reduce the impact that stress has on you. So I wanted to leave you with those thoughts today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope this helps. But it's very important. This can really impact your life in a positive way. So I would do some more research if you can on the lizard brain or the reptilian brain, how to deal with stress, and the most important thing, if you do nothing else, work on your deep breathing. because that will help immensely. Thank you for everything. We'll be back soon. We should have another breakdown video in the next couple days. I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think.